What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, SBR Picks. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com/NBA to check out all the articles, NBA content we have over there. I'm your host, Jay Money. That's Blackjack Fletcher. That's Junior Browne. We're here to break down these NBA games. We're gonna recap yesterday and then get to these. Try to get to some cheddar today, man. Get to stack these wins up. Blackjack, what's up, my guy? Everything good with you?
Great, brother. I went 4-0 last night. Beautiful day in the NBA for me, so I'm looking to keep that train rolling tonight.
Let's keep it going, man. Let's bring that momentum into today, Junior. What's up, my guy? You got the chandelier in the background. I see you, Junior. What up?
Yeah, I can't stunt. This is my sister's house. I'm trying to get on her level. So, no, I went 2-1 yesterday. Boston Celtics make me sick right now, but hit the Chicago Bulls, and I'm happy that I hit that Golden State money line. The Bulls had me sweating a little bit, but I want to ask you guys a question. At what point does Brad Stevens' seat start getting hot? Because the Celtics are under big time right now.
It's got to be now.
And it's some of it. I mean, it's tough because sometimes you do have to be careful what you ask for. It's not always the coaching. We know that coach has gotten them to the Eastern Conference Finals, and to the deep in the playoffs numerous of times. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's the coach. We know that he's a damn good coach. Their team isn't. They're not constructed right now to have success. We obviously know. I mean, they really took us. They started off with 9-3. They lost Marcus Smart and have taken a huge slide since then. Some of it has been motivation, but I mean, they're just on a slide right now. Happens. I'm not going to go as far as say the coaching though, because he's gotten them pretty far. There's one of those where, all right, you want a new coach come in and then you miss the playoffs or some shit. It's like, damn, maybe we should have kept Brad Stevens over there. But the Warriors, they end up going down 111-107 to the Pacers there. There was nice call on you guys in that game. The Rockets get smacked. They got Oladipo back and still got smacked up by the Cavs, 112-96. Cavs win back-to-back games. The Hawks, Trae Young, they out there doing whatever the hell they wanted to versus the Celtics yesterday. That game got out of hand quick. I mean, down 23 at the halftime, and you never really showed any fight to try to come back from that one. So it was a crazy back-to-back spot for the Celtics. They couldn't even come and show it early there in theory where they have more energy. The Timberwolves, they kind of played yesterday versus the Bulls, a back-to-back game. The Bulls did outlast them in overtime, ended up getting the job done by 7 points, 133-126. I sprinkled a little something on the Bulls too, but just something small. Yeah, I was sweating in that game as well. Pelicans, they were down the whole game versus Pistons. Strong fourth quarter to come back and win that game by 10. They were down double digits at halftime, so if you could have hopped on there when Pelicans second half was a real nice spot. Heat, they end up, I mean, they boys on the roll right now, 4-0 straight up and against the spread, 116-108. The Heat, OKC, man, the thunderstorms came through. I think it's finna rain here like 4 days in a row, you see what I'm saying? So I just heard like a little thundering come through last night. See what I'm saying? Lou Dort with the three. I appreciate you, my guy, for threes, my guys. But yeah, 102-99, get it with the Thunder. Hornets outlast the Suns straight up, 124-121 as 9.5-point dogs. And the Jazz smacked the shit out of the Lakers, man. It seemed like a bunch of points, but it didn't matter. Blackjack, anything else that happened yesterday that you want to point out? Anything you saw in yesterday's NBA?
I mean, two things. I mean, first, Utah. I mean, good God. It's impressive not that they keep winning these games, but by the margins that they're winning these games. Like, they're not taking their foot off the gas at all, which is impressive at this point in the season. And to what Junior said about Brad Stevens, listen, I think Brad Stevens is a really good coach, but this team, this roster is better than this. Like, this is Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, whatever you may think of Kemba Walker, he's still a decent player. And this team is struggling to beat bad teams. Like, I don't know if it's Brad Stevens, but at some point, I mean, is it worth looking at this and saying, well, what has Brad Stevens really accomplished here in Boston? In all the time he's been here, with all the latitude he's gotten, he's been good, but I mean, he hasn't been good enough to get an endless amount of rope here.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, like I say, you always be careful what you ask for. When you make the playoffs, they consecutive amount of times, Eastern Conference finals. Right now, I really do think that they don't have a big man that they can trust. We know teams are getting into the hole as easy as they can. Jaylen Brown, knee issues. So, I mean, Kemba Walker, they may have to look into moving him as well. If you ask me, I really feel like their problems are at center and Kemba Walker not being able to play up to his par. I really wouldn't go as far as it being coaching. We've seen him work wonders with that team, in my opinion. Even when they were going through with Kyrie and all of his shit, he's worked wonders with. I've seen them rest all 5 guys and go out there and smack teams, man. That's something to coaching there, my guys. Let's get to the first game of the day, man. We got the Mavs versus Sixers. Mavs have won 2 straight games since we come back off the little COVID break or whatever, or inclement weather break. Line opened up at 5.5, down to 4.5 for the Sixers here, Junior. What you like in this game, my guy?
I actually kind of lean Sixers. I'm really kind of concerned about the fact that the Mavs haven't played a road game since like the beginning of the month. They've been at home since like February 3rd. They're 7-7 as a road team. I don't know their ATS road record. I don't have that in front of me, but I kind of lean Sixers. The Sixers, as we know, for the last couple of years, are a much different team at home than they are on the road. And the way that Joel Embiid looks right now, who on the Mavs is really stopping him? So I just think that the Sixers have advantages at key positions. And Ben Simmons is one of the best one-on-one defenders in the NBA. Nobody can stop Luka, but he's bigger than Luka. He's more athletic than Luka. He can at least make him work. So I lean heavily to the Sixers, but it's not an official play.
Got you. Yeah, you said something there with the first game being on the Mavericks on the road for a while, Blackjack. And he looks in this game and he looks on the totaler side.
I'm with Junior. I can't play this game, certainly not on the side, because I don't trust Dallas in this spot. And Philly, I don't know. It feels like one of those games that if Philadelphia could blow it, the Mavericks could be a tough matchup for the Sixers if they're hitting on all cylinders and everyone is playing, which is always an issue for them. So for me, that's a pass. I guess if I had a look on this, my strongest lean would be to the over with these two teams. They can both give you a lot of points. That would be my strongest lean. But again, this game I don't think is the best opportunity on the board for us today.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't think it's the best opportunity. I don't have a look in this game, man. I was leaning 76ers, but this is not a game I'll be forcing a play on. Both, I can make a case for both sides. The Mavs have owned them. They went 5-0 ATS against the spread the last 5 games versus 76ers. Won 3 straight in the series as well. So, in theory, you want to have Doc Rivers, new coach over there, go and prove that he can beat a team like the Mavs. He's always Clippers and the Mavs always had this feud or whatever. So I'm sure Doc Rivers is going to come to play versus this team. Interesting enough that the Mavs, this is their first game on the road. They've had 8 straight games at the house. It's their first game in a different arena. So I do think they could come to play as well. And the first game on the road after the little hiatus there. So you had 2 really good games at the house. Kind of close game, not the Grizzlies game, but you play the Coast versus Celtics. We see how they're struggling right now. That one almost went to overtime. Like Junior said, Ben Simmons versus Luka. That matchup favors 76ers. Joel Embiid, if he comes to play, you get real deal Joel Embiid. That's a matchup problem as well for my Mavs. They might have to put Boban out there or some shit on Joel Embiid because Powell, he won't really get it done. Let's see. Porzingis questionable here, but who knows what the hell is going on with that situation. Doesn't like he's going to play because they indeed are trying to trade him, even though Mark Cuban says that it's not true, my guys. But lean Philly, no official play. So look, the total opened up from 224.5 up to 229. Blackjack, do you think it's something to that with that big steam move to the over?
I think that's the right side here. I think you're seeing the money go to the right side here. So I'm not surprised. It's a lot. It's a lot of movement, and at this point, you certainly are not getting the best of the number. Right. But I think if you're gonna bet one of the plays here, I think the over is the one that gives you the best chance of cashing.
Got you, Junior. What you think? What you saying? Ben Simmons to be able to lock up Luka. What do you think? The Mavs here, if they want to get it done, they may have to do it with defense. They don't really want to run and gun with the 76ers. What you think? Any lean on the total here? Junior, I think you're on mute.
My bad, fellas. The dog is barking like crazy right here. What I was just saying was the Sixers' MO is defense. But something you said about Ben Simmons locking up Luka, I don't think anybody could stop Luka. But if you can make him work, you're already doing better than 99% of the league. That step back 3 that he hit the other night, it was like one of the most effortless game-winning shots I've ever seen in my life. When a guy makes things look that easy, making him work is the objective. And I think Ben Simmons, and something that you mentioned a lot, J Money, you say when you play ball, you take pride in defense. Ben Simmons takes pride in playing defense and giving people a hard time. So I think he's gonna be up for this challenge to see if he could slow down one of the best players in the world, really.
Got you. Yeah, I know that Doc Rivers, he really will have. I know when he was with the Clippers, he was with that to come out and let's stop Luka. He double team him as soon as he crosses half court. So be interested to see if Doc Rivers, bring his Clippers mindset over here to the 76ers. Let's get to the next game, my guys. We got what's the next one on? We got Magic versus Nets. Magic versus Nets. Line opened up at 7.5 for the Brooklyn Nets, up to 8.5. They've been absolutely balling here. They even overcame a terrible spot and still smacked up the Kings in the last game there, Blackjack. What do you think in this one? Are you laying the 8.5 with the Nets?
I'm not. They've been playing better for sure. There's no doubt about it. But I still think they're capable of a clunker every now and then. And this could be a little bit of a letdown spot. I mean, the Magic aren't bringing fear into the hearts of many teams these days. So I don't know. I could see this being a little bit of a light game for Brooklyn. It's also why I'm staying away from the total here, even though I think 229 is a pretty fair total when you've got Brooklyn involved. I just don't think you've got a great edge here, though. This matchup doesn't speak to me, Jay. It doesn't speak to me in any way of significance.
Gotcha. Yeah, I understand that. Junior, what do you think about this game, this Nets versus Magic spot, my guy? You riding with the Nets, or you think that the Magic can keep it close in this one?
Oh, it's speaking to me. Me está hablando en español, in French, whatever language you want, bro. Nets -4.5 first half. Smack these clowns from Orlando. Listen, actually, I don't want to disrespect Orlando because the reality is Orlando is the most injury-riddled team over the last 2 years that I've probably ever seen in my life. Like, if you look at their top 8 players, every single member of their top 8 except for Vooch and like Terrence Ross has missed huge amounts of time. Now they're out Aaron Gordon and the only playmaker left on their team, Cole Anthony. And against this Brooklyn team, when you don't have any quality guards and you got to go up against James Harden and Kyrie Irving, you're about to get cooked. But more importantly, it's actually something down to the numbers that I was crunching last night when I took this play, or actually this morning when I made the play, but I was crunching the numbers last night. So Brooklyn in the second half of games this month since February 1st, they have a net rating of minus 0.4 per 100 possessions. But in the first half, their net rating is plus 6.7 per 100 possessions. And even if you don't understand advanced metrics, 6.7 points per 100 possessions, that's a huge number. So this -4.5 actually seems kind of short to me. I expect them to continue. And the final thing that locked it in for me, the state of New York, or at least New York City, is allowing fans back in the building. This is going to be the first game that Brooklyn plays with their new squad with fans in the building. Now, Brooklyn's allowing less fans than Manhattan, but James Harden already spoke on it. He's looking forward to playing in front of fans, getting that energy, getting that love from the crowd. I think that they're going to come out and try to put on the show in the first half. So I went hard on Brooklyn first half today.
If that's what James Harden thinks, then I don't think he did his research on Brooklyn before he got there. Nobody went into those games before the pandemic.
Gotcha. Hey, now James Harden did the research on where them clubs at. You see what I'm saying? Where strip clubs and where it be popping at, man? Where we going after the game?
Right now, stop right there. New York City strip clubs are so whack, bro.
He gonna find the best one.
Yes.
He gonna find the best one. There's gonna be one or two of them, Junior. I'm telling you, that's the spot. That's the spot.
Good ones. But as someone who's spent a lot of time in that city, strip clubs are no bueno, bro.
Got you. Yeah, it's not my thing, period, man. Especially you got all that cheddar. What do you need to go to the strip club? It's an absolute joke to me, but we're not finna talk about all that. Anyway, the Nets, they 7-0 straight up and against the spread, man. So, I mean, they're absolutely scorching hot right now. Like I say, even smacked up the Kings in the last one where it's in theory, not a good spot for them. They still came out there and balled. So I could talk Junior off on that first half there. It's not a game I'm looking at. It's definitely, I'm not going to say it's a high spread for the Nets here, but this is definitely one of the full game wise. It kind of scares me with Blackjack there. This could become a little bit of a clunker where they come kind of here and win by a few points. But I mean, that's not saying that the first half one. It's just full game wise. I was staying away from. I was looking at the Nets as well. I'm looking at it deeper. They've already faced Orlando earlier this year. Orlando somewhat has been playing a little better since they got Fournier back. Just saying full game wise here. They had went 3-0 at the house in the last game versus the Pistons. They pissed that one away. Now they're going on a road for one game before they come back to the house for another home stand. So it's just a funky spot for me, man. I don't have anything. I don't even have a lean on this one, man. I'm staying far away from this. I'm just going to watch to see if the Nets can keep it going. I like watching the Nets. It's just I'm still trying to understand, still figuring them out, especially without KD. It's a bunch. But they've been balling right now. They've been mowing everybody ass down. So I'm definitely not betting against them. Let's get to the next one, guys. One of the most intriguing games, in my opinion, today. Kings versus Knicks here, Blackjack. The Kings versus the Knicks. Knicks land 1.5 here. I must say it seems pretty small, man. It seems really short, my guys. It really does. I've seen this story a few times, man. What you think about this one? Oh, damn, Peyton Doubtful. What's up, Blackjack? What you like in this one?
Taking the Knicks. I'm taking the Knicks minus the 1.5 here. The Kings have lost 8 in a row. They are in a death spiral right now. And in fact, if I could bet that the Knicks win and Luke Walton gets fired tonight, I'd probably take that parlay because I think this could be it. The Knicks are playing good defense, man. It's not a fluke. It's not a an anomaly. They're playing top 3 defense in the NBA. They may well be the best defensive team in the NBA night in, night out. This Sacramento team does not play a lick of defense. They don't even try to do it anymore. It's really embarrassing. And I think one more performance like this gets Walton the door in Sacramento. I like the Knicks here. I mean, I'm sorry. There's nothing to dislike about the Knicks in this particular matchup.
I got you, Junior. That was crazy. That was funny there about Blackjack. They said they're not even showing no effort. I mean, they're dead last in the league last 5 games on defensive rate. Probably last 8 games, but I didn't even look at 0-8 ATS past 8, Junior. It's not even there. You still have to look at the matchup in the game. What you any play in this game, Junior?
I agree with everything that Blackjack just said, and then some. I'm taking the Knicks, laying the points here for one very simple reason. If, despite all the flaws that the Knicks have, effort is not a question. Tibbs has these guys playing hard. He has them looking much better than they have, which is obviously not very hard compared to the situation he came into. But I don't ever question the Knicks fight. The Knicks are going to fight, and the Knicks are going to defend. Sacramento was not going to defend, and now, as Blackjack said, they're not even really going to fight. So I don't see. I think this number is extremely short. I think the right number is something more like 3.5, probably 4. This looks like a sale. You know me, J Money. I hate passing up on a sale, bro. So I'm riding with both New York teams tonight.
Yeah, I must say I hate when it's a sale. I mean, I know sometimes, but I hate when it looks super good because the 1.5, it is super short. I can't say it does speak volumes to the Kings. In theory, one to bounce back here, but this is so when the team is on 0-8 on their West Coast, so I'm not backing them for one. I'm not looking at back. They're on a slide, like Black just said. They're not showing any effort on. So it's something that's above numbers to me right now is effort. If I'm watching one team that's not showing any effort, they just don't fucking care out there, or they're just out there collecting checks. I say it all the time. That's a bet against. I don't care what type of situation, especially when like this, where they have to win the game. And we saw the last team with the Timberwolves, what they had to go in there. They lost versus Knicks, then their coach got fired. That's why it made me that's why it made me laugh after Blackjack said that, because it's exactly what happened with the Timberwolves. Bill Walton should have been fired. And I'm with Blackjack. I didn't even look at it like that. I hope that because they seem to they don't even care anymore to play for him anything. Halliburton is really the only guy that's really out there playing, trying to win. I like the Knicks here today too, man. I had to take them 1.5. This is one where I know the Sharps are on the Kings. I know the line is low. Speaking volumes for the Kings, all that. The sharp plays have not been hitting lately. I mean, taking some of these teams on 7, on 8. I understand it. Fox a baller, Halliburton a baller. They got Holmes, but I mean, Effort Payton is starting point guard for the Knicks. Is doubtful for this game, but I mean, they still have Austin Rivers on deck, and they hadn't been able to play him because Derrick Rose has came in and pretty much taken, you know what I'm saying, a lot of his time. Give me the Knicks here -1.5. I don't care that Sharps on the Kings. Them sharp plays have been getting their teeth kicked in. 0-8 ATS last. I don't see the Kings win this game. Revenge game J as well, man. The Kings already beat them. They beat them 103-94 in Sacramento, and they was catching the Knicks in a bad spot. They just came off their Warriors win. It was a back-to-back, third game of 4 nights all in a row. Did much different spot. Knicks coming off a loss as well. Give me the Knickerbockers. I might put some capris on or just wear some pants, you know what I'm saying, then just kind of roll them up a little bit, make them to Knickerbockers. -1.5 Knicks for me today. I don't give a damn. It's square. I don't care. Sharps on the. I don't care, man. Give me the Knicks. Just eye test alone. Kings giving up on their coach. May want him fired. Knicks playing hard. Play defense. Home team. Let's fucking go. Knicks, my guys.
With you.
Next game up, my guys. Next game up. Oh, damn. They just went to it. Hey, got you. Clippers versus Grizzlies. The Clip Show. Man, this is what we doing here, Blackjack? What we take? Are we taking the Clippers smack city, or do you think that the Grizzlies can keep this one close?
Nah, I mean, again, this game is a pass for me. I don't love this matchup. I mean, 8 points. I don't know. In theory, the Clippers are the way to go here, but it's just another one of those games, Jay, that I just feel like I don't know if the Clippers are gonna really give this like 110% tonight. You know, I don't know. And 8 with a Memphis team, you know, it's been so decimated by injuries. I mean, I know, Junior, you talked about the Magic, and the Magic certainly over 2 years have been snake bit. I mean, Memphis has just gotten killed this year with injuries. I mean, this team, I don't know the last time they're at full strength. So for me, I don't know. This game's a pass. I don't have a great read on it.
Got you, Junior. He make a good point there. Did the Clippers care about this game? It's the first game a little back-to-back as well. And they play again tomorrow as well. So I see them possibly resting Lou Williams here, Patrick Patterson as well. Any looks on this game?
No, just because Blackjack kind of laid out my everything I was going to say, so I'll just keep it as short and simple. I've said this many times on this show. If I have more questions than answers about a game, it's a pass. Yep. I don't know I don't see any advantage. I think this number is a little bit high. Even though the Grizzlies are missing a lot of players, they're very much like the Knicks. They're going to give you 100% effort every single time. And these scrappy teams be hurting your feelings when it comes to covering spreads. So I'd rather just stay away from it because I don't know what the Clippers' motivation is in this one.
Exactly. Yeah. So the Clippers, obviously, they're going to want to go on a run. They had just been kind of win-loss. They're going to come. If they come in here, you know what I'm saying, full throttle, even just halfway, I think they'll be able to smack the Grizzlies here. It's a lean for the Clippers. It's just one of those because they are the much better team. They are laying 8 on the road for a reason. They did already. Let's see. The last time they smacked the shit out them, boy, I think it was like, 124-97. It was last year. But still, the Grizzlies, they always play hard. It's just one of the Clippers, if they want to get back on the road, go on a winning streak, this is a nice little time. I mean, the Grizzlies, like I said, they play hard, but if the Clippers want to come in here and smack them, they really could name their score. It's just all about the motivation. This is one of those games where you know what I'm saying, if you're not sure, you could live bet just to see if the Clippers come out hot and ready. In theory, they should come in here and smack the shit out of them. It's just that's why bookies are bookies, because these type of games, the teams don't always come to play. You see what I'm saying? Even though they are the much better team, staying away. There's no real motivation for them, but it's just a tough one, man. Let's get to the next game. In theory, though, Clippers should smack. Wizards versus Nuggets, my guys. This is a revenge game day type of. This is a revenge game J type of day, man. Nuggets open up at 7, up to 7.5 here versus the Wizards. Wizards have been scorching hot. This is the last game of their road trip, though. Junior, did you have any looks on this one? You riding with Beal and the company? Keep this one close.
It's kind of the only way I could look, right? As long as the Wizards are showing some effort on defense, it's kind of hard to fade them. I just don't want to step in front of that train right now. It's not the best look in the world, though, right? Playing at altitude, last game of a road trip It's not the greatest spot in the world. And personally, this is just my personal take. I have not been able to handicap Denver properly this season. I barely made any Denver plays. So I kind of tend to stay away from their games until I get a better read on the team. I do want to say, though, shout out to Russell Westbrook, who I always talk shit about. A report came out that he's opened up a school in LA. So anytime these guys can give back to their communities, you gotta give them a shout out whenever you can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Blackjack, what you think in this one? What you got any look on this game?
I do, yeah. I have a play on the total here. Sometimes, Jay, when you look at a line and it just kind of something goes off and you just say, yeah, that one looks like I should be on that side of this thing. That's what I thought when I saw the total here at 238.5. I just said this is an under. I know that the predisposition is to think Wizards Nuggets over. This is too many points. This total for these two teams is too many points. The game is at altitude. It is the last day of a road trip. I know that Denver and Washington are not great defensive teams, but this is. I looked at this number. The first thought I had was too many points. I'm going under 238.5.
Got you. Yeah, man, when I looked at this one, I was like, man, the Nuggets land 7 here. You saw the way they kind of pissed away their cover in the last game versus the Blazers. It was a close game all the way, you know what I'm saying, to the last second. So this one, man, I'm like, I always have to look deeper into the game no matter what I'm seeing on the West Coast. I always got to look deeper. I'm like, okay, boom. The Nuggets just faced the Wizards. See what I'm saying? They took a 2-point loss over there. What happened? They was up 20 in the first quarter. You came out, was up, I think, like 40-20, 41-21, something like that. You came out there and really smacked them, man. You was up like the whole game. They outscored you by 23 in the second quarter to go up, you know what I'm saying, at halftime. So I really think if the Nuggets come out here and play their game, their game was in Washington. It was before they were playing a lot better defense, but still, fourth game in 6 days, all on the road. Last game on a road trip over there on the opposite side of the country on the West Coast. So it's just not necessarily a good spot for the Wizards. I could really see the Nuggets coming in here and getting some revenge, and smacking the shit out of the Wizards. As this game goes on, I see the Nuggets just wearing on them, really getting right. They are still missing. I know I'm still trying to see what's up with JaMychal Green and Gary Harris, but still, man, regardless, even the lineup that they threw out in the last game with Monte Morris in there and Gary Barton, they can still come in here and shut those guys down. They know how to do it. They have the recipe. I mean, you stop Beal contain Russell. Who's going to guard Jokic in this game, man? Literally, he's going to go off once again, just like he did in that last game in Washington. I see him absolutely feasting tonight. This is a Nuggets type of game, revenge spot for sure. I'll definitely be live betting this one because I know the Wizards could probably come out and make a run in the first quarter. I see them coming out, but as this game goes on, they will run out of gas, especially second half, fourth quarter. Nuggets are not losing to these boys once again here at the house. The spot sets up perfectly for them. You got up 20 before. Now you're at the house with your home court advantage. I like this to be a smack seed tonight. Heavy lean to the Nuggets for me. I'll definitely be in playing this game, possibly looking for a better number. It happens a lot in today's NBA, man. I could take it 7 right now. I might get it 4.5 in play. See what I'm saying? Let's get to the last game, my guys. But yeah, like the spicy Nuggets there, my guys. Pelicans versus the Bucks. Last game up. Pelicans versus Bucks. Look, this is another revenge spot as well. I'm not taking the fucking Bucks though. They laying 9 here. They just lost in New Orleans not too long ago, outright. Obviously, Blackjack. What do you think? Did the Bucks bounce back here? They somewhat on a roll lately.
Jay, I am walking down the hall. I am taking the keys out. I'm unlocking the door, and I am letting the Milwaukee Bucks out of gambling jail. I'm going to take the Bucks here, minus the 9. I think that Milwaukee had their rough patch. They played like garbage, and they've bounced back with 3 double-digit wins in a row here. This is a revenge spot against the Pelicans. The Pelicans, let's be honest, struggled with Detroit last night, who is undermanned right now, to say the least. Now they're going back-to-back, traveling to Milwaukee. I think this is the Bucks big. I'm going to go with Milwaukee minus the 9.
What you liking in this one, Junior? You riding with Blackjack on that one, or you think that the Pelicans can keep it close once again?
Blackjack is a much braver man than me. No, I will not be riding with the Bucks. I'm pretty much off the Bucks until I see Drew Holiday back in uniform.
Exactly.
I just think that that's such a big loss on both ends of the court. You got rid of Bledsoe, and I'm not the biggest fan of his, but you got rid of a lot of the guys from the team that made you a 60-win team back-to-back. I think Drew Holiday is that third piece that really completes them. And even with him, they haven't been as good as they were before. So now without them, I'll tell you this. Until I see Drew Holiday, any spread of over 6 with the Bucks, I'm not interested.
No, I got you. I'm right there with you. And I saw him going back and forth with on the Bucks page. They posted Drew Holiday going one-on-one with Giannis earlier this morning. So it looked like he's very close to coming back. I know he's doubtful today. He's been back around the team. If he doesn't come back today, he will come back probably most likely in the next game. I mean, he was out there really sweating and balling. Like he's just very close to coming back. Wouldn't be surprised to see him upgraded to questionable today, but he is officially listed as doubtful right now. Just a lean for me. I would lean the Pelicans without Drew Holiday in this one. I know that the Bucks have revenge in this one. I do think that they're going to win this game, but as far as winning by double digits, I do think it's a tough test. So the last team they were facing that they just covered double digits was OKC, the Kings, and the Timberwolves. So I mean, these boys with Zion and Steven Adams, and they really have some rim protection that can stop Giannis from doing what he want to do. They have the guards that can stick up, that can stay with them. I mean, if you watch the last game, the Pelicans really handled them boys in their house. So it's just which game you're going to get from the Pelicans. Can't look at that game too much last night because they really sleptwalked through the first half, first 3 quarters, and then just turned it on to get the win. It was pretty much a look-ahead spot. I was watching that game. They did not give a damn about that game whatsoever until the fourth quarter. And when they did, they turned it on and literally could have won the game by 20 if they wanted to. So looks like they conserved a lot of energy waiting for this one. It would be Pelicans or nothing for me. With Junior, without Drew Holiday, the Bucks are really a different team. I think they contend for the East with them in there. They've looked bad, man, even though they're starting to get it together, man. Lean Pelicans, no official for me. Blackjack, break them off with the officials, my guy.
All right, we're going Knicks minus 1.5. Under 238.5 in Washington, Denver, and the Bucks minus 9.
Got you. Junior, what we doing today, my guy? Chandelier picks.
Yeah, it's we going to do
Hey, Chandelier picks gonna hit.
Now we going tri-state area, New York City, Brooklyn minus 4.5 first half, Knicks full game minus 1.5. Let's get it.
Let's fucking go, man. We all three on it. Let's fucking cash it. Knickerbockers. So I got some pants on right now. I just slightly pulled them up, just about 6 inches. You see what I'm saying? That's what a Knickerbocker is.
On the Dow's on.
Hey, they in between. I didn't hear you, Junior. What'd you say?
You got them Rafael Nadal. Rafael Nadal is the only grown man allowed to wear capris. He wins. Yeah, he wins enough to get away with it.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, see, I can't do that. I'm not wearing capri. I'll wear some pants though and pull them up just a tad to make it, just to show some socks off. You see what I'm saying? Got the nice little NBA socks on, So hey, I got some Knicks socks too, man. Might have to throw the Knicks socks on and pull them up with like some Knickerbockers. Yep. Knicks minus 1.5 for me, man. Let's keep it going, my guys. Let's try to stay hot. Let's keep it going today. We got the blue and orange going for the theme, so let's go. Y'all throw the blue and orange on today if y'all riding the Knicks with us, my guys. Go to sbrpicks.com/NBA to check out the articles and NBA content we got over there. We appreciate y'all for watching. We out. We be back tomorrow, my guy.